Earlier we created an InDesign button that helped our PDF audience pop into full screen reading mode. Here we want to concentrate on hyperlinked document navigation. If we click on a page number in our traditional table of contents, we want to jump to the relative page. Remember that our page transitions can be specified in InDesign. The focus of this segment will be on our button table of contents on the left-hand side of each page. Notice that the rollover state of our buttons does not have the same geometry as the regular state. Let's go through the steps required to build a document like this. Well, here's how we created that document. Our margins are going to describe the text area. We're going to add a dark blue background, a lighter blue foreground. Now if we go to the effects panel, with the foreground selected, we're going to add in feather options and then click OK. We've pre-created 3 layers. The first one, back panels, is where we put our background, and we're actually just going to lock that down right now. If we reveal header and footer, you'll see what you were expecting, header and footer information. We're also going to activate a layer called navigation. These are not buttons yet, just placeholders for the next very important step. All of the objects we've created so far are on a master page that I've named background. We have to make sure before we change these into buttons that we're working on a master page. I've got an object style called button regular that I've created and a slightly different appearance for the rollover state that I've called button roll. Now we're ready to create a button from that first object by selecting it, clicking on the Convert to Button button in the panel. Let's name this one Chapter 1. Like we've seen before, we can specify a normal state and a rollover appearance. I'm going to apply the object style called rollover. Now use the direct selection tool. Hold down the Shift key to constrain my actions and drag that button appearance for the rollover state to be considerably wider. I'm going to type in a new name called Chapter 1. Go back to select it again. That'll activate the button's panel options. We'll do one more thing. On the click event, we're going to go to a text anchor. Right now I haven't created any inside my document, so there's no place to go yet, but all of the functionality has been applied to this button. Now I'm going to select the placeholder object for Chapter 2 and blow it away. Just like we had done in other sections, I'm going to duplicate that button, which duplicates the rollover mode, which duplicates all of the functionality, drag it into position. Notice it's automatically been renamed to Chapter 2. I'm just going to manually correct Chapter 2, go to the normal state, and put Chapter 2 in that button appearance as well. Before we go any further, we're going to test this out by exporting to PDF. There's my PDF, and you can see that we're successful in creating the rollover effect that we want. Now we're ready to create multiple chapters in our document and add navigational properties to our buttons. I'm going to go to the Pages panel and add a new master page. I'll give it a prefix with the number 1. Let's just call the name CH for chapter. And we're going to base this on our background master page that contains all our buttons. I'm going to apply our new master page to our first document. Actually create a couple of pages using that same master page. Now from my background master page, I'm going to delete that header and instead paste it in place on my master page. Now I've got a couple of pages with proper header. At the beginning of that chapter, I'm going to Command or Control Shift click to activate that first text frame, select it, and here we're going to create our text anchor. Window, Interactive, Hyperlinks from the flyout menu. I'm going to pick New Hyperlink Destination. My selected text appears in the name, Chapter 1, and click OK. Going to repeat the same thing for another test chapter that I've called Chapter 2. I've also added some sample text. And notice that our button is actually laying on top of the text, even though it's coming from our foundation master page. I've added a text layer, and as you can see, I've actually put it underneath the navigation layer. Now I'm going to go to my foundation background layer that contains the buttons, select Chapter 1, go back to the button panel, and now we do have a text anchor. Chapter 1 is going to hook up with Chapter 1. Let's select Chapter 2, and let's use the pull down to go to our Chapter 2 target. Now my navigational buttons are hooked up. We're ready to export to PDF and test everything out. Here's our PDF. We know the rollovers work. They're coming on top of the text. And on click, we navigate to the proper page. Even though your navigation layer resides on your foundation master page, you can make it the topmost in the document. Obscure concept, but great effects.